Every day in our house is a whirlwind of activity, noise, and chaos. I'm Rachel, and I'm the proud mother of 5 kids: Ethan, Mia, Jacob, Lily, and Max. Each one of them is unique, spirited, and full of energy. They're my world, and despite the challenges, I wouldn't trade them for anything. But there's one thing I've been struggling with: they're spoiled. Ethan, the eldest, is 12. He's intelligent and capable, but he has a tendency to expect things to come to him without much effort. Mia, who's 10, is very charming but has a knack for pushing boundaries. Jacob, 8, is active and playful, often getting into mischief. Lily, 6, is sweet but can be stubborn, and Max, the baby at 4, is adored by everyone and knows it. They're all wonderful kids, but they've developed habits of entitlement and rudeness, and I'm at a point where I need to make a change. I remember when I first noticed the problem. It started small: little tantrums, demands for things they didn't need, and a general lack of respect for boundaries. At first I thought it was just a phase, but as time went on, it became clear that it was more than that. It was a pattern that was becoming entrenched, and I knew I had to do something. One evening, after another exhausting day of dealing with squabbles and whining, I sat down and reflected on what had gone wrong. I realized that in my desire to give my children everything they wanted, I had inadvertently created an environment where they expected things to be handed to them without appreciation. I wanted to change that, but I didn't know where to start. That's when I came across a book on manifestation by Neville Goddard. I'd heard about the concept before but had never seriously considered it. But desperation makes you open to new ideas, and I decided to give it a try. The book talked about how our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality. It wasn't just about thinking positively, but about deeply imagining the desired outcome and believing it as though it's already happened. It sounded a bit abstract at first, but I decided to give it a go. After all, if it could help me change my life, maybe it could help me transform my children's behavior too. I began by visualizing my children as respectful, polite, and considerate. Each night before bed, I'd sit quietly and imagine them behaving in the way I wanted them to: sharing, listening, and showing appreciation. I saw Ethan helping his siblings without being asked, Mia speaking kindly to her brothers and sisters, Jacob playing with his siblings in a cooperative manner, Lily saying please and thank you without being reminded, and Max sharing his toys willingly. I pictured our home filled with laughter and harmony, rather than the usual arguments and demands. I combined these visualizations with practical steps. I knew that manifestation alone wouldn't be enough. I had to make changes in how I interacted with my children. I started by setting clearer boundaries and enforcing rules more consistently. I also worked on my own responses, trying to model the behavior I wanted to see in them. If I wanted them to be polite, I needed to be polite and respectful myself. If I wanted them to show gratitude, I had to express my own gratitude for the little things they did. It wasn't easy. There were days when I felt like I was getting nowhere. I'd envision my children behaving perfectly, only to be met with more arguments and tantrums. But I kept at it, reminding myself that change takes time. I continued my nightly visualizations and tried to stay patient and consistent in my approach. One day, I noticed a small shift. Ethan, who had always been quick to demand things, suddenly asked me politely for something. I was taken aback and thrilled. It was a small victory, but it was a sign that the visualizations were starting to have an effect. I made sure to acknowledge his good behavior, reinforcing the change I wanted to see. Encouraged by this progress, I started involving the kids in the process. I began having family meetings where we discussed our expectations and values. I talked to them about the importance of respect, kindness, and gratitude. We set goals together, not just for their behavior but for how we wanted our family to interact. I wanted them to understand that we were a team and that each person's behavior affected the whole family. I also incorporated fun activities to teach them about gratitude and appreciation. We started a family gratitude jar where we'd write down things we were thankful for and read them together. We made a habit of expressing appreciation for each other's efforts, no matter how small. These activities helped shift the focus from what they wanted to what they had and what they could give. As weeks turned into months, the changes in my children became more noticeable. Ethan started helping his siblings with their homework without being asked. Mia became more considerate and started apologizing when she made a mistake. Jacob learned to share his toys and play more cooperatively. Lily began to express her feelings without throwing tantrums, and Max, though still young, began to learn the importance of sharing and saying, "Thank you." The transformation wasn't instantaneous, but it was steady. Each small change added up, creating a more harmonious and respectful atmosphere in our home. I continued my visualizations, always focusing on the positive aspects and reinforcing the behavior I wanted to see. I celebrated the progress, no matter how minor, and kept encouraging the kids to strive for even better behavior. One evening, after a particularly successful family outing where the kids behaved exceptionally well, Sarah and I sat down and reflected on the changes. We were both amazed at how much progress had been made. It wasn't just about the kids' behavior. It was about how the entire family dynamic had shifted. The house felt more peaceful, and the love and respect we had for each other were more palpable. We decided to make the family meetings a regular part of our routine. During these meetings, we'd discuss our achievements, set new goals, and address any issues that came up. It became a valuable time for us to connect, communicate, and grow together as a family. The journey of transforming my children's behavior through manifestation was challenging, but it was also incredibly rewarding. It taught me the power of belief, patience, and consistency. It showed me that positive change is possible when we focus on our goals and work together as a family. As I look back on this journey, I feel immense gratitude for the lessons learned and the progress achieved. My children are not perfect, and there are still moments of conflict and struggle. But the positive changes we've made have laid a strong foundation for continued growth and improvement. I've learned that manifestation is not just about achieving specific outcomes but about fostering a positive mindset and creating a supportive environment. It's about believing in the potential for change and taking actionable steps to make that change a reality. And most importantly, it's about the love and commitment we have for our families and the desire to see them thrive. Today, as I watch my children interact with each other and with others, I feel a deep sense of pride and fulfillment. They are growing into kind, respectful individuals, and our home is filled with love and harmony. It's a testament to the power of belief, the importance of setting a positive example, and the value of working together as a family. The journey of manifestation and transformation has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. It has not only changed my children's behavior but also deepened my understanding of the power of positive thinking and the importance of nurturing a loving and supportive family environment. And as we continue to grow and evolve, I am excited about the future and the endless possibilities that lie ahead. So to anyone facing similar challenges, I offer this advice. Believe in the power of positive thinking and manifestation. Focus on the outcomes you desire, set clear goals, and take consistent, loving actions to achieve them. Remember that change takes time, and every small step forward is a victory. With patience, dedication, and a positive mindset, you can create a harmonious and fulfilling life for yourself and your loved ones. As I sit here, reflecting on our journey, I am filled with a deep sense of gratitude and hope. I know that the lessons we've learned and the progress we've made will continue to guide us as we navigate the future. And I am excited to see what lies ahead for our family, knowing that with love, belief, and determination, we can achieve anything we set our minds to. Our journey didn't end there, of course. In fact, it felt like we were just beginning to discover the potential within our family. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the changes in our household became more and more apparent. The energy in our home was lighter, more joyous, and filled with a newfound sense of respect and understanding. One particular day stands out in my memory. It was a rainy Sunday afternoon, and we were all gathered in the living room. The kids had finished their homework, and instead of retreating to their individual corners with gadgets or toys, they suggested we play a game together. This was a significant shift from the usual demands for screen time or complaints of boredom. We chose a board game, one that required cooperation and teamwork, and I watched in awe as my children navigated the game with patience and kindness. Ethan, who had always been competitive and sometimes impatient, was now encouraging his younger siblings and offering to help them understand the rules. Mia, with her charm and tendency to push boundaries, was now showing a level of fairness and sportsmanship that warmed my heart. Jacob, ever the mischievous one, was focused and engaged, channeling his energy into the game rather than creating chaos. Lily, my sweet but stubborn girl, was listening and taking turns without a fuss. And little Max, the baby of the family, was participating eagerly, his laughter filling the room. As we played, I couldn't help but marvel at how far we'd come. The manifestation techniques, combined with the practical changes we'd made, were truly transforming our family dynamic. The kids were not just behaving better. They were becoming more empathetic, considerate, and connected with one another. It was a beautiful sight, and it reaffirmed my belief in the power of positive thinking and visualization. But our journey wasn't without its challenges. There were days when old habits resurfaced, and moments when the kids tested boundaries again. During these times, I reminded myself that progress is not always linear. It's okay to have setbacks as long as we continue to move forward. I used these moments as opportunities to reinforce our values and the lessons we'd learned. Patience, consistency, and love were my guiding principles, and I held on to them even during the tough times. One evening, after a particularly difficult day, I found myself feeling overwhelmed. The kids had been arguing more than usual, and I felt like we were slipping back into old patterns. I went to my room, closed the door, and sat quietly, reflecting on everything we'd accomplished and the challenges we still faced. I decided to practice a manifestation technique that had always brought me comfort: scripting. I took out my journal and began to write as if I were living in my desired reality. I described my children as polite, respectful, and loving. I wrote about our home being a place of peace and joy, where each member of the family felt valued and appreciated. As I wrote, I felt a sense of calm wash over me. I reminded myself that this vision was possible, and that we were already on the path to making it a reality. The next day, I approached the kids with a renewed sense of purpose. I gathered them together and shared my feelings with them. I was honest about the challenges we faced and the progress we'd made. I told them how proud I was of their efforts and how much I believed in our ability to create a loving and respectful family environment. I could see the impact of my words in their eyes. They listened attentively and promised to do their best. In the months that followed, we continued to build on our progress. The family meetings became a cornerstone of our routine, providing a space for open communication and mutual support. We celebrated our successes and worked through our challenges together. The gratitude jar became a cherished tradition, filled with notes of appreciation and love. It was a constant reminder of the positive changes we were making and the importance of staying focused on our goals. As we moved forward, I noticed the kids becoming more independent and responsible. Ethan took on a leadership role, often helping his siblings with their chores and homework. He also started volunteering at a local community center, helping younger kids with their studies. Mia, inspired by her brother, began assisting with household tasks without being asked. She developed a keen interest in cooking and often surprised us with delicious meals. Jacob channeled his energy into sports, joining a local soccer team and learning the value of teamwork and discipline. Lily became more patient and considerate, often helping Max with his activities. And Max, our little one, was growing into a kind and thoughtful boy, always ready to share and help. One of the most heartwarming moments came during a family vacation. We had decided to spend a week at a cabin in the mountains, away from the hustle and bustle of daily life. It was a chance to reconnect with nature and with each other. The kids were excited about the trip, and I was hopeful that it would be a time of bonding and relaxation. The first few days were magical. We hiked, explored the surrounding forests, and enjoyed cozy evenings by the fire. The kids played together, their laughter echoing through the trees. There was a sense of peace and unity that was palpable. One evening, as we sat around the campfire, Ethan suggested we share what we were grateful for. It was a spontaneous idea, and I was touched by his thoughtfulness. One by one, we went around the circle, each person sharing their gratitude. Ethan expressed his appreciation for the family and the support we gave each other. Mia was grateful for the opportunity to spend time together in such a beautiful place. Jacob talked about how much he enjoyed the outdoor adventures and the fun we were having. Lily shared her gratitude for the love and kindness in our family. And little Max, with his innocent smile, said he was thankful for his mommy and daddy and all the fun things we did together. When it was my turn, I felt a lump in my throat. I looked at my children, their faces glowing in the firelight, and my heart swelled with love and pride. I told them how grateful I was for each one of them, for their efforts to be kind and respectful, and for the joy they brought into my life. I thanked them for the progress we had made as a family and for the beautiful moments we were creating together. That night, as I lay in bed, I reflected on the journey we had taken. It had been a challenging path, filled with ups and downs, but the transformation was undeniable. The manifestation techniques, combined with practical changes and a lot of love and patience, had brought about a profound shift in our family dynamic. My children were growing into polite, respectful, and kind individuals, and our home was a place of peace and joy. As we continued to move forward, I remained committed to the principles that had guided us this far. I continued my nightly visualizations, always focusing on the positive and reinforcing the behavior I wanted to see. I maintained the family meetings, gratitude jar, and other activities that had become part of our routine. And most importantly, I continued to model the behavior I wanted to see in my children, knowing that they looked to me for guidance and inspiration. Our journey of transformation and manifestation was an ongoing process, but it was one that filled me with hope and gratitude. I knew that with love, belief, and dedication, we could continue to grow and thrive as a family. And as I looked to the future, I was excited about the endless possibilities that lay ahead. Every day, I am reminded of the power of positive thinking and the incredible impact it can have on our lives. My children are a testament to this, and our journey together has taught me that anything is possible when we believe in ourselves and stay committed to our goals. The love and respect we have for each other are the foundation of our family, and I am grateful for every moment we share. As I sit here, reflecting on our journey, I am filled with a deep sense of fulfillment and pride. The challenges we faced have made us stronger, and the progress we've made has brought us closer together. Our home is now a place of love, harmony, and joy, and I'm excited about the future and all the wonderful experiences we will share. So to anyone facing similar challenges, I offer this advice. Believe in the power of positive thinking and manifestation. Focus on the outcomes you desire, set clear goals, and take consistent, loving actions to achieve them. Remember that change takes time, and every small step forward is a victory. With patience, dedication, and a positive mindset, you can create a harmonious and fulfilling life for yourself and your loved ones.